think I have everything. All right, this time we're gonna add. I think I have everything. All right, this time we're gonna. All right, hold on. We're gonna stop myself on these other screens. Okay. All right, awesome. And then let me also just add advertising. Okay. All right, so that's currently what I'm doing. All right. Okay. Title is up. Go live notification. All right. Cool. Start advertising. All right, here we go. All right. So I've only just begun. Books, Brews, and Booze. Welcome in. So fresh and so clean. Well, thank you kindly. Here, we'll give you a slight preview before everybody else hops in. So yeah, it's pretty short. I trimmed my face a little bit, so everything is good for pool season. Ooh! Thank you for the ooh. So I was thinking to myself, I don't know if I should have music on my stream or not, and I decided I don't think I should because I have so many music streamer friends that are probably also in other streams as well, and they can listen to their music, and if they still want to listen to me, the music won't clash, which is a problem that I had recently where I was like trying to listen to two streams, and I'm like, both streams have music, even background music. This is a problem. Book says, summertime and the living's easy. Oh yeah. So I have a pool, and I'm vacuuming it out the last couple of days, so it's almost ready for swimming. Besides the temperature, but I have a pool heater, so the first hot weekend that it gets in this season, I'm gonna turn it on, and then it's big and deep enough that the pool should stay the same temperature, like no matter what. Yo, you have a pool? I will be right there. Okay, all right, yeah, yeah. I mean, so honestly, like I think I take pretty good care of my pool, and now understanding like pool chemical stuff, I don't think I ever want to go in a public pool ever again because I'm like, oh my god, I feel like I understand. But yeah, I have a pool. It's actually pretty big. Poke me sometime and I'll take some pictures and send them. But yeah, deep end is 10 feet, and it's basically just as big as the shallow end with like a ramp in between. So there's actually not as much shallow end as one would think. But yeah, you know what? I'm gonna make a note for myself right now. The note's gonna say send Books picture of pool. Send Books pic of pool. All right. Okay, I took a note. All right. Hopefully I can find the note later and I remember. But if not, remind me. All right, where was I? Oh yeah, still advertising, but yay, I've always loved the water. Awesome. So, Books, how are you doing today? Hopefully you had a great weekend. I know it's not technically over, but it's like almost over. So, there's only like less than 2 hours left in the day. And I know you're in US East Coast, so same time zone. But hopefully it was glorious. And let's see, for anybody else who is currently here, hi, I'm just advertising at the moment. Advertising being, I'm just letting people know I'm going live. It's my usual routine. Book says, yep, pretty solid weekend. Hung out with Sencha this past week. Yeah, I saw you in on your stream. It was your stream, but you were physically present with Sencha. So I was like, whoa, that's a pleasant surprise. Yeah, so it was pretty cool. Awesome. Hopefully you guys had fun. Ryan B44, hello, welcome in. How are you doing? Book says, went to Mystic Seaport yesterday. Cool. I don't think I know exactly what you're referencing. So at the moment, I'm currently advertising, but anyway, the trick queue is open if anybody would like to request anything or take a look. But after I'm done advertising, I'm going to do a warm-up trick. By the way, by warm-up trick, I mean it's probably going to be a brand new trick that I've never done before. I'll tell you about it when I get there. But let's see. Oh, it's beautiful. A recreated whaling village with buildings, shops, etc. Just like it would have looked years ago. Oh, okay. Hence the mystic part. I got it. Okay. Makes sense. Okay, let's see. All right, almost done. I have two more things to advertise. One. And then let's see. And you can walk onto a whaling ship, see blacksmithing, basket making. Oh, that sounds exciting. So I used to go to a Renaissance festival here, and I guess it was like a couple hours drive away, but I found out really sad news. For Loris, hello, welcome in. How's it going? Hopefully you had a great weekend. Currently, we're just catching up with everybody's weekend while I'm advertising. Almost done, but show off that haircut. Yes, all right, here it is. So here we are. It is much shorter. Yeah, I can feel the weight lifted off of my head and shoulders, knees and toes, and yeah, I'm not saying that ironically because my child has been listening to that occasionally. But yeah, the pink hair tie will not be in my hair for a while, and unfortunately won't make an appearance today because I left it upstairs. But that's okay. I'm sure we can find something else magical. So, all right, okay. I think I'm done advertising. Okay. Whew. But hopefully everybody's doing well and is looking good. Gonna miss the good old man bun. Well, just wait about a year and then hopefully we'll be back. I mean, I think the man bun will probably come back in about 8 to 10 months time, I'm guessing. So that's yeah. Chan the Magic Man, hello, how's it going? Welcome in. How do you do? I guess while we're here, let's do some shout outs really quick. Shout out Books, Brews, and Booze. Reads books, talks about brews and booze. Also was hanging out with our friend Sencha Katner this past week. Let's also give Sencha a shout out as well. Mad scientist, botanist, works with plants, tell you everything that you want to know about plants. Chan the Magic Man says, love the haircut, man. Oh, thank you kindly. I would say I'd cut it myself, but I didn't. I paid somebody. I'm not that good, especially to cut my own hair. So yeah, I grew it myself, but that's about it. All right, let's give our friend Chan the Magic Man a shout out. Everybody, if you are looking for more magic, please give Chan the Magic Man a follow. Throughout the week, normally does retro games, community games, word games. But on Mondays, Magic Mondays, Chan the Magic Man does a magic show. So give Chan the Magic Man a follow. Welcome in, Gibson Lens. How's it going? Gibson Lens, our mod. Let's give a shout out to Gibson Lens. Gibson Lens is a pianist, plays piano, plays a lot of popular music, owns a bunch of songbooks that he can sight read from. Also is a composer, composes a lot of his own music, so please give Gibson Lens a follow. Hey Bert, how's it going? Hopefully you were doing well this fine weekend. I know you are in a different time zone, so you got a few more hours of weekend than me, but Time is short for me, so. Let's see here. Okay, so I just finished advertising, and let's see. I have a quick trick that I want to do first. Oh no, I just messed it up. Maybe I can't do it. Hold on. Let me see if I can recover this. And if not, we can just do a different one. It's not a big deal. Okay, alright. Okay, here we go. First, oh, let me move my mouse. Alright, so we have a bunch of cards, and you'll notice that we have face cards, and they're alternating red, black, red, black, red, black, red, black, red, black, right? Now, as inconspicuously as it would take to do something with this, you would probably see me if I touched things and made them change. But look, if I go ahead and I just snap, that's all the effort that it takes. And now they are all separated. Okay, that was the quick warm-up for the day. Hey, welcome in, Charlie's Beats. How's it going? Chan the Magic Man says, "What?" Yeah, I don't have a bot where you can make your own what sound, but I will read chat and hopefully say what as though you would be saying it in your mind. Okay, alright, so also before I forget, let's give Charlie's Beats a shout out as well. Charlie's Beats, musician, gamer, and also you see him in like all of the Twitch music chats. I mean, I see him in like so many chats. So, but please give Charlie's Beats a follow so that when he streams, you'll see. I think last I saw Charlie streaming was playing. I think you were playing Mario Kart. It was like a while ago. Okay, cool. All right, we have a request. Ryan B has requested a trick. SP. I forgot the command. Man, I don't stream for like 1 week. Which, by the way, everybody, last week, I'm sorry I did not stream, but I was away at a magic convention. By away, I mean, it was like an hour's drive away, but... hold on. I was about to do this off camera, but now we do this ritual on camera. I haven't even opened up the Twitch deck yet, so... Here we are. The box has my name on it. There's the Twitch deck. We'll open that up. And spread. But yeah, it was a 1-day magic convention. It was on a Sunday. It started at 9 in the morning and then went until... the schedule said it was running until 8:30 p.m. at night. As it turns out, the schedule is very lax. Magic rituals, yes, that's right. So, basically, when it was supposed to end at 8:30 or 9, that was when the intermission halfway through the final magic show of the night was. So I'm like, well, I'm probably not going to get back to streaming to get back in time. And then, you know, kind of, I wanted to take a shower, you know, put away all of my magic things and stuff like that. So, but I got a lot of swag. So there was a bunch of free videos and DVDs and stuff. So hold on, let me pull some of those. Which, by the way, I don't know who has DVDs anymore, but there's, you know, so DVDs that came with our, I guess, I don't want to call it entry fee, registration, I guess, is probably the best word for it. So we got a bunch of those. And then there was an expo hall. I guess if you've been to other conventions, it would be the equivalent of that. I think from the magic conventions that I've been to, they call them the dealer's rooms because they're not that many people. I think there were like a dozen vendors, so there weren't that many. So I could visit like all of them in the day and talk with all of them. But yeah, by the time I got home, it was like 11, and I'm like, I'm gonna shower. That'll probably take 11:30. So I'm like, I'm not gonna start streaming at 11:30. So plus I was tired as hell. I'm like, I'm probably gonna mess up. Okay, all right. So, hold on. Coming back up here, let me set up for too many cards as requested by Ryan B44. Okay, I'm gonna need to find a few bunch of cards here. Let's see. Boop boop boop. Okay, this trick doesn't use more than a few cards. So, let's see. Here we go. And, oh, by the way, I'm shouting out Unfocused in IA in my title because Unfocused in IA has raided here many times and has been a supporter of the stream ever since I started streaming, but is the very first streamer to ever raid me. So, yeah. So please give Unfocused in IA a follow if you are not already. Variety streamer, plays music, takes requests, plays games, lots of different games, sometimes new games, sometimes old games. Does like an arts and crafts stream as well. So please give, yeah, there's Gibson Lens has got a couple of the emotes from Unfocused in IA's stream. All right, anyway, so we are going to be using the ace, the 2, the 3, the 4, and the 5 of diamonds in this trick. Alright. So, if I take the ace and I place it somewhere into the middle of the pack, you see it's not on the top, you see it's not on the bottom, but I'm going to go ahead and press it into the pack. Now, you would not think that it is actually on the top, right? Well, you're right, it's not, until I snap my fingers. And that's actually going to make the ace hop back up to the top. Now, if I take it and I place it into the pack again, like so, and if I snap, that's going to make it hop back up to the top. I know. Unbelievable. That's okay. You're probably thinking, I can't follow the cards. You have 5 cards, Nam, and I only have 2 eyes. Well, you're right. You only have 2 eyes, and I have 5 cards. So let me take one out for you. So, now if I go ahead and I take the 2, I go ahead and place this into the packet as well. It's not on the top, not on the bottom, but if I press it in and I snap, that 2 is going to hop up to the top. I know, strange. But if I go ahead and I take it and I place it into the pack once again, and if I snap, you guessed it, it's going to hop back up to the top. And I know what you're saying. The Trek Nerd says, I have 5 eyes, so I can see all. You can see the Trek Nerd. First of all, welcome in. Hello, how's it going? But also, there are 4 lights. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and remove the 2. Now we're going to do something a little bit different with the 3 here. So if I go ahead and I take the 3 and I place it in between the 4 and the 5, if I was to snap, that'll make it jump up. I guess that'll be kind of impressive, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to give the packet a little bit of a shake. And what that is going to do is that's actually going to turn the 3 face down. But look, if I turn the 4 and the 5 over and I put the 3 back into the middle and I give it a little bit of a shake, that's going to go ahead and turn the 3 back up. And I know what you're thinking. But nah, most of us, besides the Trek Nerd, have 2 eyes, and you have 3 cards. How do you expect me to follow that? Well, you know what? You're right. It's not fair, so let me go ahead and take the 3 out of play. Now, what we have here is the 4 and the 5, and if I go ahead and I take the 4 and I place it underneath the 5, you would expect that now the 5 is on the top, right? But if I go ahead and snap, that's actually going to make the 4 come up to the top. I know, strange. And the 5 really is on the bottom. Now, at this point, it should be fair. There's 2 cards and 2 eyes. So there's really no reason why this. But you know what? Let me go ahead and I'll take the 5, right? And I'll place it back on the bottom. So you'll see it's going underneath the 4, right? But if I snap, you'll see that 5 jump up to the top. I know. And on the bottom is the 4. Now, I know what you're thinking. Okay, you know what? If I take out the 4, there's an easy way for you to just follow the 5, right? So let me go ahead and remove the 4. And here's the 5. Now, up until this point, I've snapped, I've shaken the packet, but you know what? We haven't given it a twist. Let's go ahead and give this a twist. And you're probably guessing this is the 5. Well, you're right that it's a 5, but it's probably not the 5 that you think. Because, if I turn this over, you'll see that it's not a diamond. And that, my friends, is too many cards. I have to not misclick on that. That just refreshed all the screens for me on my side. Alright, thank you kindly for the claps, Ryan B44, and the request. Hopefully you enjoyed that, Ryan. And Chan, thank you kindly for the claps. The Truck Nerd, thank you for the yay. Gibson Lens, thank you for the claps. For Loris, thank you for the ooh, ooh, ooh. I assume it's just dog. Oh, it's oh my dog. Oh, I see. That's awesome. I used to make that joke all the time, and then I felt like I might offend some people who are religious, and then I got over it at some point. So, oh my dog! Look at her butt. Don't don't DMCA me. I suppose if my beatboxing was that good, I should probably quit my day job, but I don't think it is. Okay, let's see. Trick list is open if anybody would like to request anything. Otherwise, I may have some tricks in my head that I might want to do. And then, oh yeah, talking about the Magic Convention also last week. So, yeah, got there kind of early, but not too early. I didn't want to like wake myself up. The earliest workshop was at 8:30, and you had to pay extra for that one. And I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. Then the doors open at 9 to hang out and for the dealers to be there. But then the first event didn't start until like 10, which was the auction, which is like if you want like rare magic stuff. And I'm like, I'm not quite ready to purchase old rare magic things. Hawk6 Phoenix. First of all, Hawk6 Phoenix, welcome in. How's it going? How are you doing? And the question Hawk's asking is, how many tricks are now inactive because you can no longer hide cards in your hair? Well, if you would like an actual practical answer, the answer is 0. Because look, I can try and hide this in my hair all I wanted, but I mean, it's all here anyway, so there it is. But hi, hello, I'm doing well. Awesome. Great to hear that you're doing well. While we're here, let's go ahead and give our friend Hawk6 Phoenix a shout out. Please give Hawk6 Phoenix a follow if you want to listen to someone playing piano. Does have a lot of anime and some VGM on the song list, but also will do coding streams. So, as a software engineer, I both think that that's awesome and cool. So, yeah, please give Hawk6 Phoenix a follow. Okay, let's see here. Where was I? Oh yeah, convention. So the auction started, and I'm like, I don't care about the auction. So I sacrificed some of that time to sleep in a little bit more, and then I used all of the karma from for taking care of my. So my wife took care of my daughter all day, and then I was able to spend all day at this convention. Met up with some folks, hung out and jammed a little bit. I registered myself. I walked into the dealer room. I watched a bunch of people do tricks, talked with some people, I bought some stuff, mostly just like card products, so I don't really do anything else. So I was like, I can stave off all of this temptation because I just do card magic, so that keeps my purchases like straight and narrow, you know. So Hawk says, oh yeah, I have plans for some more coding streams soon. Awesome. I think perhaps at some point I should probably. So I've thought about doing other streams as well. So the other streams that I've thought about, there's one super unique idea that I'm kind of saving for like a rainy day, but I want to do some creative writing while listening to various different kinds of music. I did that in a Discord like a month or two ago, and I was like, wow, that worked really well. I got more written than NaNoWriMo, and I was like, okay. Um, and then other streams like I could video game like everybody else, but I can probably show some coding as well. I don't know what I'd code that I would feel passionate enough to do like during my spare time because I do it for a living. But let's see. And then during the Magic convention we had a close-up magic show, which they just had like 6 people rotate in between rooms so that we can kind of see all the tricks, and that was really cool seeing like how people presented like a 15 to 20 minute act, and then they would rotate. Um, and After that, there was a lecture from one of the most famous card magicians, or sorry, from one of the famous magicians, but he's basically a big close-up magician named Michael Amar. So people who are not into magic probably don't know who he is, but um, he had a lot of like I would say VHS tapes from the 80s that taught people about magic. So if you were into magic back then, you definitely would have heard of him. And then there was a fully catered buffet dinner that was included. So I then had dinner, and the food was pretty good. Wasn't the best, but it was really good. Um, and then after that was the night show, which the magic show at the end of the night was amazing because there was like I forgot 6 or 7 acts. So there was an intermission, and some of the acts were like things that I've definitely not seen before. I could predict like a couple of the close-up card things, but for the most part, everything else was like, holy crap! Like the one thing that the person who was performing a trick with bubbles, um, she admitted right at the beginning, like most people, or like up until recently, she didn't consider it magic, and I was like, oh, okay, I don't know what she's gonna do, and then she proceeds to perform like an artistic show with like bubble solution on like a wine glass, on like a tube, and then on like a an easel pane, and then she would use a straw to create other bubbles and put smoke in them. So when she popped them, it would like make the smoke drop down, and I was like, holy crap, that is like amazing. so Uh, so I was like super impressed with that. There was one that was simulating the bullet catch, but with a stuffed animal and Nerf guns, and I was like, oh, okay, I see where this is going. But yeah, so it was a fun time. Anyway, okay, we haven't done that much magic yet. I think I've just done a bunch of shoutouts, talk about my convention that I went to last week, and I've done like 2 tricks. So for everybody who's currently here, I do have another new trick. I don't even know what to do with it yet exactly, but let's just perform it and hopefully I can like make it an original thing that I'm going to end up doing later. Okay. So, all right, here we go. I have here me and an audience, you. In order for this trick to work, I'm going to need you to use your imagination. I want you to imagine that I'm holding a small black envelope that is card sized. And inside of that envelope, there are 4 cards. Are you guys imagining? And when I remove those 4 cards, you're going to see that there are 3 jokers and a face card. Joker, joker. There's our Queen of Clubs and a joker. I also want you to imagine that the Queen has a different back than all of the other cards. So look, all the jokers are blue, but the queen is red backed. Now, I want you to imagine me taking that queen and removing it. I'm going to place it into my pocket. So you would now expect the jokers to all be blue backed here, right? But now I just want you to imagine that I take it and I place the queen back in there. Because look, your imagination is so strong that it was able to put the queen of clubs right back in there. Maybe you thought perhaps Nam can do some sleight of hand and he was able to put it back into the packet without you seeing. That's okay. This is all part of your imagination. Now I just want you to imagine that I actually remove the queen of clubs from the packet and I place it into my pocket. But now I want you to imagine that it transports itself back into the packet. Just use your imagination. Is your imagination strong enough? Because look. I know. Strange, right? I mean, I can remove it again. Just use your imagination. I'm going to go ahead and place it into my pocket. I'll bring my hand out slowly, cleanly and clearly. Okay. I don't know if you know where this trick is going yet, because just go ahead and use your imagination to put it back. I know, strange, right? Now, I want you to imagine one more thing. Imagine that you sit down for a magic show on a Twitch stream with a crazy Asian, spelled with 3 N's, and he performs a trick in which you're using your imagination. And I don't know if you realized, but if you see anything on the screen, it's purely an illusion, because you were just using your imagination the entire time. For Laura says, unlike Elizabeth II, a real queen never dies. What an icon. Yes, unfortunately, this queen goes missing. Because if I show you this is kind of like that mystery in which, if you've ever heard of Roanoke, which is like the lost colony, the queen goes missing. And actually, not just the queen, but all of the jesters as well. And at the end of the day, I don't know what you're talking about, but you were just using your imagination, right? And that, my friends, is a new trick. I actually purchased this from the Magic Convention last week. So hopefully you guys liked it. Hopefully this is the very first showing of it that I did. So if you were here, yeah, there we are. For Laura says, no, not again, Diana. And the Trek Nerd says, woo! Thank you kindly for the hearts. Alright, so that's a brand new one. Not sure if I'll add it to the list yet. I think I performed it fine. I may want to tweak it and personalize it. Maybe do some other things, just to kind of make it my own. But the Trek Nerd says, yes, just like that. Perfect. Okay, and we have another trick request. From Charlie's Beats. Thank you kindly for the request, Charlie. Greatly appreciate it. I just forgot where cards are. Oh, and I forgot how to set this trick up. Hopefully I remember how to do it. Alright, let's see. I'm partially hoping I mess up tonight, so hopefully if you guys know some tricky tricks from my trick list, I can mess up and then I can put it into my make it a boss trick, because I'm kind of currently out of boss tricks. Oh, I just realized this is not going to work. Hold on. So the problem with having signed cards. Okay. Alright. We're gonna improvise. Improvisational. Okay. Alright, this'll work. This'll work. Alright, I'm probably not gonna be able to use the Twitch deck for this. Okay, we have the ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. Alright. Okay. This is a trick called Revolver Fully Loaded. So there is a classic trick called Revolver, and it uses 4 cards. This is Revolver, the 6-card version, because a revolver has 6 bullet chambers in it. To a layperson, probably wouldn't see or notice any difference between the 4 and the 6-card version. But to a magician, what we'll call like the technique of doing the trick varies widely because you're adding 2 extra cards. So, all right, here we go. Revolver fully loaded. So we have the ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 of clubs. Now what we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and shoot each one of the bullets, and how we represent that is we're going to go bang, and that's actually going to turn one of the bullets face down. In this case it'll turn the ace face down because it's our first bullet. So here's our 5, 4, 3, 2, and 6, and there's our face down ace. Now we're going to go ahead and shoot our second bullet. Bang! And we're going to see that our 5, 4, 3, 6, and our ace has turned itself face back up. And then we're going to go ahead and shoot our third bullet. Bang! And we have our 5, 4, 6, ace, 2, and there's our 3 face down. And then we're going to go ahead and bang. And that should turn our 4 face down. There we are. There's our 4 face down. Then we're going to go bang. And there's our 6, ace, 2, 3, 4, and there's our 5. And then we're going to go ahead and bang. And our 6 will turn itself face down. Here's our 4, 3, 2, ace, and then there's our 5. So look, I'm going to go ahead and turn the 6 back over. And what we have here is, if I show you, we've got ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Important question. If I was to ask you what the back coloring of the card is, what would you say? I think a lot of people would say that they're blue. But actually that's not the case. Because if I show you, These are all red. Oh, blank. That'd be a good ending, I think, for this. But yeah, there are actually 6 red backed cards. So, boom. But I really like that idea, Charlie. That's actually a really good idea. Because actually, then I could use the joke, oh, you're shooting blanks! Oh, that's such a good one. Charlie, thank you. Thank you for that. All right. And that, my friends, is Revolver Fully Loaded. Okay, okay, hold on. I'm gonna write that. I'm gonna write that down because if I don't write that down, I'm gonna forget. Okay. For punchline. Okay, cool. Got it. Awesome. Man, see, this is also what I'm looking for. Things that will help me be more creative in my tricks. Charlie's Beat says, "Glad I come up with something good once a year." Oh, Charlie, I'm sure you have many more ideas that are great throughout the year. Let's see. Thank you kindly for the emotes and the claps. Charlie's Beats, Ryan B, the Trek Nerd, and ooh yeah, and Gibson Lens. Thank you kindly. That was Revolver Fully Loaded. Okay. Awesome. So yeah, as far as I can tell, I don't think anybody has tried to do a 6-card version of that besides me. Everybody else has done the 4-card version, so I feel comfortable saying that's my handling because I handled it myself. I handled it real good. Okay, all right. Okay, so this is the Twitch deck. This is this other deck. Okay, all right. Sorry, I'm just talking to myself. You probably shouldn't know that I'm fiddling with like 50 bajillion decks of cards off camera, but I don't think that's surprising. That's I don't think I'm giving any secrets of magic away there. Chan, welcome back. How's it going? Let's see here. Reminder to everybody to take a hydrate and stretch break. So I myself am feeling getting a little bit older, and I got a crick in my neck from sleeping on it the wrong way, and I'm like, ugh. So remember to stretch. It doesn't matter how old you are. If you think you're young, still just continue stretching every day because one day you won't be young anymore. And if you're already old, you probably need it. So, just stretch everything. Stretch all of your muscles and everything. Anyway, having English black tea tonight. No, English breakfast black tea. Okay, let's see. I do have a couple of other tricks that I may want to try. They are also highly experimental. Let me see here. Oh, nope, this one's not a trick. But this one, so actually, okay, I only have one more that's like absolutely brand new. And I want to trial it out here. So let me go ahead and request my choice because that's how you get the off menu things. Because I choose to do the off menu things. But okay, so I have 4 cards here. I know, tough to believe. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are the aces. So here's the ace of hearts. Let me leave that right there. And then we also have the ace of diamonds. I'm going to go ahead and leave that right there. And then we have the ace of spades right here and the ace of clubs right there. Now what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and grab those red aces into my hand like this. And I'm going to place it into this hand. I don't know if you saw that, but I moved those red aces from here to there. Look. I know. Weird, right? Strange. Now, here's the thing with this. You're probably thinking, oh, where are the black aces right there? Well, remember, all I did was grab them and place them here. That actually displaced them. because if I show you, there's actually no aces. These are actually blank. And then actually, let me go ahead and grab those red aces again. I'm just going to blow them through the internet pipes at you guys. I don't know if you can feel the aces coming towards you, but if I show you now, these cards are now blank. There's actually no aces on any of these cards. And that, my friend, is something new I just picked up. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. OMG, I have them! Chan! Chan, you got the diamonds! Hold on. Oh my god, you really got the diamonds! The Trek Nerd says, haha, Ryan B, thank you kindly for the emotes. And Gibson Lens, thank you kindly for the claps. Greatly appreciate it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. So yeah, that's brand new. Not even something I picked up at the convention. I was just like, because of going, I was like inspired, and I hadn't like learned anything really new in a while, so I was like, let me learn something new. So I found that. By the way, I don't even know who made it for sure. I found a YouTube video of somebody doing it, and it reverse engineered that, and so I haven't even found all the proper crediting and stuff yet. So, but yeah, so that's how new it is. That's like, I literally learned it this week. So I was just like, let me just learn something. So yeah. So the good news, I did that, and I felt pretty comfortable doing it, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the presentation of that, because that was pretty cool. I don't know how to spice it up yet. That's just kind of like something I came up with as like it's like a quick little thing. But what I have noticed is that people who start learning how to present magic, and they're doing something that's sleight intensive, they're just trying to dictate to you what the state of the cards are in, and they're not really doing anything like different. And so I'm like, oh well, I'm going to let you remember what the state of the cards is, but then I added, like, grabbing of the aces, just blowing it through, through the camera, I guess. That was pretty cool. If anybody doesn't remember, at the beginning of the year, I announced that I was trying to become more creative and innovative with my magic. I feel like it's starting to happen. I don't want to say that I'm quite there yet, because I know that there's a lot more creativity I can instill into my tricks and things like that, but I think I'm starting to get there. Like, I'm starting to make a transition where I feel like I'm no longer just like dictating the state of cards and things like that. At least when I'm really trying. Like, I don't quite count my initial warm-up trick as something to really present yet. But that was also brand new as well. Alright, so trick list is empty. If anybody would like to request anything, feel free. Let's see. Things that are happening that I want to mention. My daughter is getting really... Whoa! Andrew War! Thank you kindly so much for your Prime sub. Thank you so much. Andrew War, may I ask, would you like to sign a card? Because what I'll normally do for people who sub for the first time or donate like the equivalent of like 500 bits is you get to sign a card. Also, I have this note. If anybody else has a Prime sub, if they would like. Andrew War says, okay, sure, excellent. So, we have a bunch of cards that about half of them are signed. So if you want to name one, I'll pull it out and see if it's signed already. But if not, we'll sign it Andrew War. Let's make sure I get the correct number of R's. 2 of diamonds. Okay, let's see. 2 of diamonds. Yes, we did see that was blank earlier, I believe. That is open and clear. And there are 5 R's. Thank you, because I was going to count. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, just double checking. I did mess this up, almost mess this up once, and I felt really bad for somebody else. So I'm gonna try. So Andrew War, thank you so much for your Prime sub. I greatly appreciate it. So And so, Andrew, if you request any tricks, I'll try and use this if applicable. There are some tricks, like for example, that I use like blank cards, so I wouldn't be able to use that in like a trick like this. But if you end up requesting any, I'll use it. And if not, I'll incidentally use it just because it's in the Twitch deck, so people will see it. I'm here pretty much every stream. I just don't talk a lot. Oh, Andrew, I so much appreciate you being here. So you probably then heard me say, thank you to all the lurkers. You're the one I'm talking about, Andrew. You're the one because, as I said, the magic happens in your minds and doesn't just happen because I'm fiddling with cards. So, Books, Brews, and Booze says, well, my dears, it's bedtime here. All right, Books, totally understandable. Have a glorious evening. Thanks for hopping in, Books, and we'll see you later. You're welcome for the magic books. All right, so Andrew War, or sharing the W. So, and okay, here we go. Don't mess it up. Don't mess it up. Andrew. Okay. Use the same W for war, 5 R's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Man, that is like perfect length across the entire diagonal of the card. Lots of white space. Andrew War, thank you so much for the Prime sub. Greatly appreciate it. Okay. All right. Let me also grab this heat map. Delicious heat map. Okay. All right, Andrew War. I guess before I get to my next trick, I should probably do something with this, right? Okay, so let me go ahead and place the Andrew War card just somewhere into the middle of the deck. And I need a couple of helper cards here. I don't want to go too deep so we find it. You know what? Jack of Diamonds and Queen of Hearts will be our helper cards. And what we're going to do is try and get these helper cards to get your 2 of Diamonds. All right, so let's go ahead and just give them some time to work somewhere in the middle of the deck. And we're going to breathe. I don't know how much time it takes, but maybe they're remote working, so it could it could be a lot more effective, or it might take a lot longer. I don't know. Tech company CEOs can't tell. Sorry, that was a jab at current current status of tech industry. All right, here we go. Okay, this is bizarre because there's 2 cards in between. Maybe did they find the correct card? I don't know. Maybe I need to put them back into the center to continue doing some work because otherwise they won't actually officially correctly find your card. Here we go. You know what? They might need a charge up. Let me go ahead and find our trusty battery. Come on, battery. As we all know, our battery has come on for a couple of tricks before. And that, I think, should have given them enough of a boost, an energy boost, to do their job. There we go. That was strange. I understand that maybe they're not perfectly well suited to working together. Normally when I choose a pair to be helpers, it's like the 2 red queens or the 2 red jacks or something, but I guess it's maybe like the off color. Wasn't very great, but let's go ahead and give this a flip. Is it Andrew War? Oh man, it would have been so embarrassing if it wasn't. There we go. Thank you kindly for the applause, Andrew. Thank you so much. All right, hopefully you enjoyed that, and yeah, as I said, if you have any other requests, feel free and I'll try and use it, and if not, we'll incidentally see you when I bring up the 2 of Diamonds. All right, cool. Thank you so much for the claps. Charlie's Beats, Chan the Magic Man, Gibson Lens, Ryan B. Yeah, Charlie's got the Gibson Lens clap, and then Chan's got Chan's claps, and Gibson Lens has got the claps from a ton of people. Ryan B's got Zuljanim's claps. Man, so many friend claps. Okay, so Next up is a trick in which we are probably going to need some actually I forgot I'm supposed to do the prediction on camera. So here we are. So this is a trick called perfect pair. So I have a deck. Yes, Chan says, yes, I got new clap emotes. Excellent. That's great. That's great, Chan. Yeah, I was like, wait, I don't know if I'd seen that before, and then I hovered over and said Chan, and I'm like, oh, okay, it's probably Chan's. So, but anyway, okay, so first I'm going to need to make a prediction. And let me see here. Based on chat right now and how they're going to interact, I think okay. Hold on, I just lost a card, believe it or not. Which is going to be the card that I thought was going to be a prediction, but perhaps it's not. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, new prediction. Okay, here we are. Okay, here we go. I'm going to place my prediction down right there. And I'm going to need a card selected. I'm going to go ahead and spread the deck. If you guys are familiar with the heat map here, if you're on desktop, you can click directly on the stream image, and it should mark something. If there's enough people to outvote, currently I see the one right here, which I believe it's this one. Okay, if we don't want that, we'll need multiple people to override, but otherwise I'm going to assume this is Charlie, or at least Charlie is okay with this one. So we'll give that a minute. I'm going to take a swig of tea. That's mine. Okay, Chan the Magic Man. I know Chan is magic, so therefore this must be the right one. And FYI, Chan and I didn't set anything up. I know, being like magicians and stuff, but nothing that I do here. It's all sleight of hand magic, right? There's no collusion. There's no like anything like that. All right, Charlie says that's fine. Okay, great. Okay, so this is our card. Here's the funniest thing, Charlie. I know that you have signed a card, and in order for you to have found a card that matched this, you in this case you would have had to I guess get Chan to click on the correct one in a face down spread. But like the card that I selected, Charlie, actually was the Five of Hearts signed Charlie's Beats card. Now, what are the odds that you found the mate to this card, which would be the card that has the same color, red, and the same number, 5? So in this case, it would have to be the 5 of diamonds, because the 5 of clubs and the 5 of spades are not red, right? Yeah, and Chan says, yes, this was not rehearsed. Nope, definitely don't do any of that. But so the card that you guys selected as a chat was indeed the mate to this card, the 5 of diamonds. And yes, all of the cards are different. This is indeed the Twitch deck. So, and that, my friends, is a perfect pair. Oh, I just realized it's going to be very difficult for me to grab that heat map in this view as opposed to this view. So hold on. Delicious. Because now I have to grab like over here for chat. Give chat a big hug, guys. Thanks for being here on a Sunday night. Thank you kindly for the claps. And Gibson Lens got the eating heat maps. Thank you kindly for the claps. Charlie's Beats, Chan the Magic Man, Gibson Lens, Ryan B. Thank you so much. Whew, okay. Alright. Man, we're trucking. Chan the Magic Man has requested a trick. Excellent. Thank you kindly for the request, Charlie. Hopefully you enjoyed. Okay, this is the ambitious card routine. For anyone who is unaware, this is one of the classics of card magic. And there are a series of tricks that one would learn when you're first getting into card magic, and a bunch of them don't require any sleights. If you are into potentially doing magic with cards, you can. There's a lot of tricks that just require remembering like a procedure. So if you're into like math or math theory, those would be perfect for you. I don't like doing those as much. I do some when I'm out and I perform tricks for others, but the things that I enjoy doing the most are sleight of hand tricks, which is why a large majority, if not, I think all of my tricks require sleight of hand magic. So it's just what I like to do. I'm not, other kinds of magic, perfectly great. There are actually magicians who base their entire careers without knowing any sleight of hand. So you can be a perfectly great magician, being a great presenter, and there's a lot of marketed tricks that you can leverage. So, there's nothing bashing on people who don't do sleight of hand. I just enjoy sleight of hand. That's just what I like to do. So, all right. So let's perform the ambition. So first of all, we're gonna actually, you know what? We just had that prime sub from Andrew Ward. This would be a perfect time to use our freshly signed 2 of diamonds. This can be our selection. We'll know it's the selection because we signed it. And so here's the thing. We're going to need to infuse this with some magic. And so we're going to use our battery to charge it up. And now hopefully there is enough magic in there for us to use. Okay. So thank you kindly for the request, Chan the Magic Man, and Andrew War, thank you for the prime sub. Here we go. Now we have our 2 of diamonds. If I go ahead and I take it and I place it into the middle of the deck, like so, and I push it in, it's definitely going in the middle. It's clean, right? But look, battery tap, I bet you it's going to bring it back up to the top because there it is. Our 2 of diamonds. But look, we just got the battery all charged up. Sorry, we just got the card charged up with the battery. So let's do it again. I'm going to go ahead and grab this, place it in the middle, like so. Place it down clean. All right, battery. Let's see you do your magic. Actually, wait. Let's prove to the audience that you are actually doing magic. And so if I show you, that's not the card, right? That's not the card. But now I think the battery should be able to do the magic. Go ahead and do the magic, battery. That just sounded weird in my head. I wanted to yell phrasing. Go ahead and do the magic, battery. Yeah. All right. Careful with those lithium ion, kids. They can explode. I was actually just reading an article about them coming up with new sources for batteries, and so like zinc is going to be a potentially popular one. There's sodium batteries potentially, and then also using sand as a battery. The sand one won't be for like use in like devices and stuff. The sand one is probably going to be more for like industrial storage of energy. But anyway, we should have the 2 of diamonds now on top. Yes, there we go. And now, here's the thing. When I was a worse magician, this is where I would mess up. But since I'm not actually doing this trick, the battery is, I feel perfectly confident that it should be okay. Right, battery? Right. So here, I'll just leave it sticking out. And we're going to go ahead and leave it sticking out here. I'm going to take it, leave it sticking, take this entire pile, and leave it sticking out there. All right, battery, do your worst. I mean your best. Not really your worst, but... Okay. There we are. Ryan B44. Oh my god, thanks for the emote. What does that say? Pog. Thank you for the Pog emote. And here we are. Back on the top. Now, okay, alright, battery. You wanna end it fancy today? Okay, look, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and place a bend into the Andrew War 2 of diamonds. So you can tell that there's a bend in it because if I sit it on top of the deck, the bend is very evident. Dude man says, nice haircut. Thank you kindly. I'll show you the full haircut when I finish the trick. So you can see that the bend is right there, right? So all we need to do is let the battery do its work. And you'll see, I think, the moment that it actually jumps up to the top. Because can you tell there's actually a bend in that top card now? If I just slide it off, that is actually our signed Andrew War 2 of diamonds with a bend in it. And that, my friends, is the ambitious card routine. Andrew War, thank you kindly for the applause. Chan the Magic Man, thank you so much for that request. Hopefully you enjoyed. Okay, so here we are. We have our haircut. Boom! Check it out. It's beautiful. It's immaculate. It's short. I don't eat my hair anymore, which honestly, I could probably deal with it. I think I've dealt with long hair the last 3 years. I've just gotten one haircut a year for the last 3 years, so it gets short, gets cut short, grows long. I can have a man bun, and then springtime comes along, get it chopped off again. A couple of practical reasons for this. I have allergies, so the longer the hair, the more stuff that can get held up in there. Mostly allergens and things like that. So I'm like, I don't want to have that in my hair. Also, I'm going to be jumping in the pool once it gets warm, and so washing my longer hair is kind of more of a pain in the butt. It's not bad, but it's just annoying. And so this way, it's like, ooh, instant shower. My head is clean, kind of thing. And also, it feels nicer to just have air on my head in the summer, like hot air, instead of and I like it longer when it's colder in the winter. So it's this perfect timing. Thank you kindly for the claps and applauses and emotes. Ryan B, Chan the Magic Man, Jazzy VTV. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. And Andrew War, hopefully you also enjoyed that as the newly signed card star of that trick. Okay, let's see. Jazzy VTV, welcome in. Shout out Jazzy VTV. If you are not following and you enjoy trumpet, please give Jazzy VTV a follow. I tuned into a couple of music streams. I think I was lurking in one, and then I saw Jazzy VTV playing Slay the Spire, and I was like, I'm a huge fan of Slay the Spire. I don't think I've seen you play Slay the Spire again since that day, but otherwise, if you like, I think Red Dead Redemption 2 was the other game I saw you playing a couple times. So yeah, please give Jazzy VTV a follow if it sounds interesting. Okay. All right. The trick list is empty. If anybody would like to request anything, there's the trick list. And if you would like to request something but you don't know what to request, you can type in exclamation point random, and it should hopefully randomly put something into the queue like this. Hopefully I didn't do it yet. Okay, good. I didn't do it yet today. But yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. Thank you for getting the official one, Gibson Lens. Okay, let's see here. What do we do? Man, I just realized I've been chatting a lot. Quick, honest question, chat. Should I put the chatty keyword in my, my stream tags? Because I don't know where the fine line between chatty and not chatty is. But I think when I'm streaming, I talk a lot, whether it's relevant or not. All right. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and perform Aria, mostly because I haven't done that for a while, I don't think. And or no, maybe I did it a few streams ago. But okay, this is one of the few tricks I can actually set up on camera because there's nothing to hide here. Chatty tag sounds appropriate to me. All right, thanks for the feedback, Gibson Lens. I can totally put that on there. I totally feel like I'm chatty. Okay, so we have the 4 aces, and what we are going to be doing is we are going to turn them face down first. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to be placing 3 face-up cards onto each one of these piles. And then what I'm going to do is first pile, let's go ahead and take that ace, stick it into this group of cards, and we'll put that kind of into the middle. Same thing with this one. I'm going to go ahead and stick the ace somewhere in there, place this packet maybe closer to the bottom. And then this last one, we're going to go ahead and stick this ace in there, and then we're going to stick that maybe closer to the top. And then this last one, we're going to go ahead and not do that exact thing. All we're going to do is just shake this packet. 1, 2, 3, and actually all of the aces hop back up to the top. And there's no duplicate aces, and it'd be tough to get this exact. They're all signed. All the cards are signed, basically. So it's really tough. And that, my friends, is Aria. Alright, you know what? I've never added a tag while I was streaming. So let me see. Which I did add some new tags today. I added Asian and Asian American. I think that is appropriate because I am Asian. Crazy Asian is the name of my user, so I'm like, alright, I should totally do that. But, alright, let me see. Chatty? Chatty. Okay, there we go. Chatty. I think I added it. Wait, I didn't save it. Okay, done! Alright, now I think I added it. Okay, let's see here. Thank you kindly for the emotes and the claps. Chan the Magic Man, Ryan B, Gibson Lens. I was going to thank whoever requested that trick, and then I realized I did. Thank you, Crazy Asian, for that random request. Well, you're welcome, Crazy Asian. I hope you're doing well today, Crazy Asian. Yes, I'm doing very well today, Crazy Asian. Man, that Crazy Asian. You are now chatty and part of AAPI month. Oh, am I? Wait, is that this month? I thought that was. I don't even know. It's Asian, Asian American Pacific Islander. I think. I forgot what all the A's stand for. So you're chatty and you're chatting with yourself. Oh yes, that's also yes this month. Oh wow, okay, that's cool. I mean, I don't think I could really take advantage of that given my schedule anyway. I'd probably have to really stretch. Alright, we have a request from Hawk6 Phoenix. Hawk, thank you kindly for the request. Greatly appreciate it. Let's see. I have to find the cards for this. Alright, so normally when I perform this trick, I don't have my own pattern for this. I kind of use what was there. I'm going to see if I can just do something different. So I'm probably not going to be talking about betting and getting it correct every time. Alright. I have to remember how to set up for this. Okay, alright, there we go. Alright, well, thanks for letting me know about AAPI this month. I don't think it'll change my streaming schedule at all, but we'll see. Okay, so this trick is a 3-card Monty trick. It's called Color Monty. It's because we are using 3 cards, as you can imagine, for a 3-card Monty trick. But these are not regular cards. They are cards with just a couple of different colors on them. We have a blue diamond, another blue diamond, and then the card that you have to pay attention to, the different card, in this case, is the red diamond. Okay, so that's the one that you want to try and find. Now, if I go ahead and I place that on the bottom, a lot of people will think that it's on the bottom. But if I show you on the bottom, it's actually a blue diamond instead. I know, that's strange, because you expected the red diamond to be there. Now, the red diamond is probably then on the top, right? Because if I didn't actually move it to the bottom. But no, if I show you the top card, that's also a blue diamond. But wait, you're probably thinking, if there's a blue diamond on the bottom and the top, that means the middle one must also be a red diamond. No, that's also a blue diamond. I don't know if you could tell. That's blue. Okay, so that's strange. But wait. What if you think I'm cheating and now they're all blue diamonds? Well, no, because I told you that there's a red diamond, and that's the one that you have to follow, because here it is. So wait, if I have a red diamond on the bottom, that must mean that there's a blue diamond on the top, right? And to a lot of people that would be probably correct, but there's actually a red diamond on the top. So wait, if there's a red diamond on the bottom and the top, that must mean one of the blue diamonds is in the middle. Well, no, because if I show you this middle card, it's actually a red diamond. Now, some people think I'm cheating at this point, and they would say, "Whoa, you must have 6 cards in your hand." And no, if you were here, you could actually feel them. Like 1, 2, 3. There's actually only 3 cards. That's it. And so what we'll do is now we could just have one gigantic final wager. And here's the bet. Let's say I show you a blue diamond and a red diamond. What color is on this card? Alright, if anybody wants to guess in chat, feel free to put in chat. Jazzy VTV, I'm trying to decide whether my mind explodes or my eyes explodes. Alright, well, I don't know if I can help you with your eyes exploding, but there's a sound alert, redeem if you would like to use. It sounds like this. I'll play it for you guys if you would like.
Yes, blue mana.
It's only 101 channel points. Or sorry, cards drawn, because that's what I call my channel points here. Alright, so Hawk6 Phoenix says red diamond. Okay, and then some other people might say blue diamond. Some people are like, oh, okay, they get wise. It's like purple diamond. It's like, no, there's no diamond on this. And it's also not red or blue. It's actually green. It's a green dollar sign. There you go. And that, my friends, is Color Monty.
Yes, blue mana.
Oh, Jazzy GTV, you used it right away. Thank you. All right. Thank you kindly for the claps and applause and emotes and mind blowns. Hawk6 Phoenix, Gibson Lens, Chan the Magic Man, Jazzy VTV, Ryan B, Chris M. Yee, welcome in. Thank you so much. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Yeah, I don't feel like I really made that super personal yet, but I'm getting there. I moved away from the original pattern, so it was a little bit. I mean, it still kind of followed the, guess what card this is, but thank you kindly for giving Chris M. Yee a shout out. So if anybody doesn't know, our friend Chris M. Yee has a clip show called the Clip M. Yee Show, where he features clips from people all across Twitch. So please give him a follow, and you can check out that show, I think, once every couple weeks. But otherwise, you'll catch Chris playing video games. So I think I recently saw Chris playing Star Wars Survivor, right? That's the new one, right? Regardless, I saw Chris M. Yee playing a guy with a lightsaber and trying to defeat a monster with the lightsaber. That's what I saw. Now I'm sticking with it. Han Padahati! Welcome in, Han. How's it going? Hopefully you're doing well. Friends, if you are not following Han, Padahati, please. Oh yes, excellent. Thank you kindly for giving Han a shout out. Han plays piano and is uh, an excellent streamer. Has a lot of wonderful songs on his list and wonderful community over there as well. So I actually like to tune into Han because normally when he's streaming, I'm working, so I'm just like listening. So, but yeah, it's good. Han asks, "What made you decide to get a haircut?" All right, so first of all, here's the haircut. But yeah, I got one because I've been getting one haircut per year since 2020, and I figured, why stop? So, um, yeah, the long hair, it was getting a little long. Like I could eat it, like it could go into my mouth from my head, and I could put it into a bun. And I think you guys have seen me on stream with a hair tie, so I can keep it up. But um, I don't want to eat my hair, and also I think with longer hair, it catches more allergens, and in springtime here, there's a lot of allergies. Also, it's starting to get warmer, and I just opened up my pool, and so it's easier to take showers with shorter hair, and I'm gonna probably be taking showers like every day because the chlorinated water from the pool when it gets really hot. Also, it's just nice to just have it be, off for sometimes. But yeah, long hair is too much work for me, according to the Gibson lens. Yes, long hair is a lot more work just to like wash it daily or like on more regularly, I guess. Um, I guess in the winter I don't wash it daily because I'm not jumping in the pool every day. So it's like, yeah. Um, but if you miss the longer hair, you can go back to some of my videos or my VODs, or you can just wait like 8 to 10 months and I'm gonna get it back. So uh, some people say that I have a big forehead and it might look like I'm balding, but I don't think I'm balding. I think both of my grandfathers had their full head of hair, even when they passed away. So yeah. But anyway, Han, welcome in. The trick queue is empty. If anybody would like to request anything, feel free. Or if you would like to request something, you can do exclamation point random and it'll randomly put one in the list. Anyway, Hawk6 Phoenix, thank you for the request. Hopefully you enjoyed Color Monty, 3-card Monty. So, and let's see here. So I talked about my convention last week. Talked about some of the new stuff going on. Oh yeah, you're welcome, Hawk. Thank you for the request. Let's see. I talked a little bit about my daughter. She is learning how to say yes and no to a lot of things, but she's using 2 or 3 word phrases now. I'm like, whoa! I thought 3 word phrases was a little bit further on, but yeah, it's kind of crazy. It's so fascinating to me, like the developmental rate at which babies grow up, right? Like, hold on, let me get this heat map here. Delicious heat map, tastes good, keeps me full. But no, like my daughter's showing preferences for doing things a certain way, or like wanting to do things with a certain parent. Like, oh, no, 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 dad, you don't do this with me. Only mommy does this with me. Or, no, 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 mommy, I don't do this with daddy. I mean, I don't do this with you. I only do it with daddy. Like, so, like, one example is story time at night right before bed. That's done with daddy. Like, so. Chris M.E. says, human development is amazing. Ha, yes, I know, right? Like, it's so crazy. Cannot believe. Alright, it looks like Chris M.E. has requested a trick. So I was going to say, let me prep for it, but I actually don't have to do any special prep. I'm just going to find some cards and put them out. Let's see. You know what? Chris MU has requested the trick. We're going to use the 2s instead of the aces because Chris MU has signed a 2. So that's how this is going to work. All right. And then we're going to need some other cards, just some contrasting cards. So let's just use like the queens. All right. So what we have here are the 4 2s. Actually, there's the 4 2s and the 4 queens. And you wouldn't mix up the 2s with the queens, right? So here's one problem with this already. I can see is every 2 is signed. Not all the queens are signed, so it's a little bit. That might be okay. But okay. So first things first. Let me go ahead and place 3 of the 2s out like this. Oh, hold on. Let me also make sure. You know what, Chris M. Yee, you are going to be. We're playing big 2. Yeah, playing big 2. Let me go ahead and place that here because normally I'll use the ace of spades for this, but since you're the one who requested the trick, we'll make you the leader 2. And we're going to try and make all of the 2s. So normally it's jazz aces, but today it's jazz 2s for Chris M. Yee. We're going to try and make all of the 2s jump from their specific piles to this pile. So Chris M. Yee, you're going to be collecting deuces. That could be good or bad. I don't know how you view deuces, but here, I'm just going to go ahead and place a queen here. And I'm going to go ahead and just grab this like so. And what you're going to notice is if I go ahead and I just grab the 2 from here and place it here, I'm going to swap it with a queen because if I show you, there's a bunch of queens over here, and actually that 2 has jumped down here. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and place another queen over here. And let's go ahead and place this in here, like so. I'm just going to go ahead and give this a little bit of a pickup and a drop and swap that queen with the 2 that's in here, because now if I show you, these are all queens, right? And look, that 2 has jumped down here. We'll leave Chris M. Yee on top. Chris M. Yee, you're on top because you requested the trick. And now, oh yeah, that's right. Let me place the final a final queen down here, and we're just going to go ahead and grab this last 2 and place it in here. And once again, I'm just going to grab it and swap it really quick because all of the queens are up here, and that 2 has jumped down here. Our newly signed 2 of diamonds from Andrew War. Whoa, Jazzy VTV, thank you kindly for the transporter sound. That was appropriate for the teleportation from here to there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. That was Jazz Aces with 2s. Thank you kindly for the request, Chris M. Yee. Hopefully you enjoyed. Whoa, Han, thank you kindly for the mind-blown audio alert. Let's see. Jazzy VTV says, jazz. That's the keyboard grinder is jazz. There we go. Han says, wow, how's that possible? And once again, thank you kindly for the transporter and the mind blown, Jazzy VTV and Han. Pie Master 314, welcome in. How's it going? Hello, I'm eating Chinese food right now. Oh, well, that's great. I don't know anybody who's still alive that doesn't eat. Okay. Thank you kindly for the claps. Chan the Magic Man and the emotes. Ryan B. Zuljanim, welcome in. How's it going? How are you? Hi, Crazy in chat. Hello. Oh my God, Frolic Chris. Frolic Chris, welcome in. How are you doing? How was your stream? What were you doing today? So, first of all, welcome in Frolic Chris. Welcome in Raiders. If you don't know, hi, my name is Nam, also known as Crazy Asian, with 3 N's, and Crazy is spelled weird with K-R-A-Z-E. But, let's see. Frolic Chris, how are you? And what were you doing? So let's see. Were you musicking or like I think I saw you playing Chrono Trigger the other day. So I was doing usual VGM piano and llamas. Awesome, excellent. Frolic Chris, would you like to request a trick from the trick list? I'll bump you to the top. Incidentally, the queue is empty. But yeah, so everybody, if you're not following Frolic Chris, please give Frolic Chris a follow. Plays piano, has some of his own originals, plays a bunch of other streamer friends' originals, including our mod Gibson Lens. Also plays Chrono Trigger. But if you are a fan of VGM, some originals, and things like that, definitely give Frolic Chris a follow. So, Frolic Chris says, Chrono traumatized me the other day because of a plot development, so I ended up playing Cooking Mama Cuisine. Oh, okay. My sympathies. Let's see. So, welcome in Raiders, I think. Okay, yeah, people who rated in there. Yeah. I know you guys. You guys know me. All right, cool. All right. Let's see. Frolic Chris, The Devil's Elevator. Lately been a popular one, so let's go ahead and do that one for Frolic Chris. Okay. First things first, let me find some cards. Boop, 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 boop. I know I'm making weird sound effects. 2, 3, 5. I need a 3 and a 4, and then we can start. 4, 3. Okay. Okay, the Devil's Elevator. Thank you kindly for bringing your community over here, Chris. I greatly appreciate it. Okay, so we have a bunch of red cards that are sixes and nines, and then a 2, 3, 4, and a 5 of spades. You'll see why in a minute. And so, aside from the obvious meme of sixes and nines, this trick is called the Devil's Elevator. And I like to use the sixes and nines because at certain angles it will look like 666. So that's why I use those. But anyway, so first things first, I'm going to leave the red sixes and nines over here. And then I'm going to place all of the other cards over here. So first things first, I'm going to leave the 5 right there. And then we're going to go ahead and leave the 4 over here. And then we're going to leave the 3 over here. And then I'm going to place the 2 right on top. Now, if you didn't know, hell is not a religious place. It's a business. And with all great businesses, they have to have things maintained. So if you take a look, Wolf X Villain. No, this is not virtual blackjack. This is sleight of hand card magic. I'm currently performing a trick called the Devil's Elevator, which is the trick that one of my viewers has requested in the trick queue, and we're doing that right now. So now look, if I go ahead and I take the 2 of spades and I place it in the second position, this is actually the second level of hell. So it's represented by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, in order to leave and get out of hell, you want to be the closest to the surface. And so you'll see that if you find the Devil's Elevator at any level of hell, you'll be able to get to the uppermost level. And you'll see the elevator buttons. If you look at the back of the cards, they look like elevator buttons. And so if we have that person walk in, press the up elevator button, and we have a ding. Thank you kindly for the ding, Charlie's Beats. That too is going to appear up at the top. Now, if I go ahead and I take the 3 and I place it in the third level of hell, like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that person wants to leave. This person was Chris M.E. I'm so glad that Chris was able to get out. So, because otherwise, how are we going to catch the next clip show? Oh man, look at that! Instant ding. Thank you kindly for the ding, Chan the Magic Man. That 3 has hopped up to the top. Now, some people believe that these were not the red 6s and 9s, but no, these are all the red sixes and nines. If we go ahead and I take the 4 of spades and place it in the 4th position, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the person finds the elevator, gets in, presses the up elevator button, and so it is the 4th level of hell. Oh, thank you kindly, Jazzy VTV, for the ding. That 4 has now jumped up to the top. And some people believe that there's more than 4 cards here, but no, these are the same 4 cards we've been using. But I'm going to cleanly and fairly place it on the bottom, level 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once again, 5th level of hell. The person's going to approach, get in the elevator, press the up elevator button. And it is deeper in hell, so it might take a little... Oh, thank you kindly for the ding, Pie Master 314. And believe it or not, that has brought the 5 to the top, and they found a way to more easily escape hell. And that, my friends, is the Devil's Elevator. Thank you kindly for the raid and the request, Frolic Chris. Greatly appreciate it. And who did I see come in? Oh, hey. How's it going? I'm Uni. Welcome in. How are you doing? Let's see. I missed some comments. Let me reread some here. I need some Satan in my life tonight. Oh, okay. Everyone get your ding redeems ready. Thank you kindly for prepping everybody, Charlie. Let's see here. I answered Wolf X Villain's question, I believe. Wow, you guys are quick draws on the dings. Man, Frolic Chris, you were right. Tonight everybody is on it. Thanks for being so on it, everybody. Hi, I'm new here. How many bits to make a person disappear? I am sorry. All that I do is sleight of hand card magic. But actually, I'm Uni. If you would like to request a trick where I make something disappear and you want to sign a card, we can have somebody's name on a card disappear. So I have a thing in my stream where if you support with a sub or the equivalent of a sub, so like 500 bits, you get to sign one of the Twitch cards. So you get to sign a card in the deck. It's up to you. You don't have to. But I don't make real people disappear, but I can do things with cards because I do card magic. Okay, so let's see. Everybody's saying hi to each other. So everybody follow everybody. Oh, actually, if we can get a shout out for Zuljanim. If anybody is unaware, Zuljanim is also a pianist playing piano from Korea and has a lot of great anime music and Korean music and some VGM on the song list. So please give Zuljanim a follow. All right. Maybe it's the chat's ding dong doing the this chat's ding doing the trick and not Nam. Yeah, maybe. I mean, who knows? Totally not me. I might be chatty, but I'm just like I'm misdirecting you from the real magic that's happening. The dings are what do it. All right, thank you kindly for the claps. Jazzy VTV, Chan the Magic Man, Pie Master 314, Gibson Lens. Welcome in, Obi-Wan. How's it going? How are you doing? And then let's see. Everybody saying hi. I didn't get a ding. How do I get a ding? So, Wolf X Villain, as you watch the stream, you're going to accrue channel points. And I think if you haven't followed yet, if you follow, you'll get a bunch. And underneath the chat box, the chat bar, you'll see a little thing that I replaced with a cards and says cards drawn. That's how many points you've accrued. And in order to trigger one of the sound alerts, I have those as like 100, 101, 169, 170, and 171. So those are a ding, an applause, a mind blown, a transporter, and a badumts. I think we've heard all of them except for the badumts. So I'll just go ahead and play that right now, just so everybody gets it. All right, people helping me save my points. All right, awesome. Yeah, normally when it's like a quiet stream, Charlie's doing all 4 dings in that trick. So But thank you, everybody. That was a lot of fun having everybody participate in doing the dings. I want to make my boss disappear, but thanks anyway. Oh, I'm sorry. I can't make people disappear. I would also be questioned, and I don't want to be questioned by police or anything. Okay, so let's see here. And then, yes, you're welcome, Zuljanim. No problem. Let's see. Obi-Wan, I'm still in Melbourne, twice doing concerts. Right. Frolic Chris, you have a Magic the Gathering card redeem. All right, so I have a bunch of other redeems, and one of them is do a magic trick with. Oh, and a dad joke. Okay, let me do the dad joke first. So a dad joke is when I tell a really bad dad joke. Okay. Hey guys. Oh, actually, before I do that, let me just show you my shirt. I tell dad jokes periodically. Ha! Okay. Guess where I keep all of my dad jokes? In a database. All right. I know that one maybe not satisfactory. Here, let me tell you another one. Thank you for the badumts. All right. So my wife told me that her sister was coming into town. I just realized I butchered this joke. I'm sorry. I gotta tell a different one. Oh, this is gonna be funny for parents, I guess. Why did the baby cross the road? Because it just started crawling. Let's see. Zuljanov says, "I'm just wondering." Oh yeah, it's you just get me to tell a dad joke. That's it. Thank you for the badumts. All right, cool T-shirt by the way. A short joke that's a dad is likely to tell. Oh yes, yep. Usually bad jokes. Yeah, Magic the Gathering redeem. Yeah, let me figure out what I can do for that. Actually, can I do? Oh no, I can't do Patrick Coon's 401 switch for it. But we just did Devil's Elevator. And then you stole that from Reddit. I mean, I don't come up with really any of these. I only have one kind of original dad joke. Everything else I stole from everywhere else. So, the internet. I stole it from the internet. Yeah. We now have a boss joke. All right, awesome. Okay, do dads tell jokes to their kids as well? Yeah. So the thing about dad jokes is that they're not really good because they have to be child appropriate. So otherwise I could be telling like less appropriate jokes. Okay. So Charlie's Beats, I'm going to defer your trick because we're going to do the Magic the Gathering redeem first. Cuz let me do that. And actually what I want to do, you still didn't show how you made the cards disappear. I mean, I haven't made any cards disappear because nobody's asked for a card disappearing trick. But here, we just do one really quick. Okay, here we go. Card disappear. Probably not that impressive because I brought my hands down below camera. Okay, here we go. Trying that again. Leave my hand on camera. There it is. All right. Wait, was it a Magic the Gathering card? No, it was not. No, I'm going to do a proper trick with Magic the Gathering cards to fulfill your redeem. Let me see here. And I want to do that with... Huh. Hold on, I'm trying to come up with a trick on the fly. That's kind of like a thing that I can do. You know what? This one's fine. I like... Okay. I like this. Let's do this. Okay. Does the type of card matter for the trick? How about a Pokemon card? Yes, I've done magic tricks with Pokemon cards on my YouTube channel. So great segue, Wolf X Villain. If you want to check out my YouTube channel, feel free. But yes, if you're interested in that technicality, I did do, I think, like 6 or 7 magic tricks with Pokemon cards. And then also I have a magic vlog where I discuss doing those magic tricks with different cards. Different types of cards have different properties. So like Magic the Gathering cards have a type of property in which sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's not. But they're one directional, so that's something you have to worry about. And then some cards don't have like the same borders on the front and the back. Like Pokemon cards have a blue back border but a yellow front border, so that's like super annoying. But it can be done, especially if you're familiar with like card sleights and things. But it can be tougher depending on the cards you use. Anyway, so I'm going to be doing a trick that I call red packet, black packet with Magic the Gathering cards because we had a Magic the Gathering redeem. All right, here we go. So we have 8 Magic cards here. And what I want to show you is that this is a swamp. I'm going to put it right there. This is a swamp. Place that right there. This is a swamp. And this is a swamp. Okay. Swamps being that one that have like the skull at the bottom. And it's black in color. It creates black mana in the game. It's technically colorless. Not really anything you need to care about. But if you know about Magic the Gathering, you can nerd out. Okay, so here we have a packet of mountains, and you'll see them by, they're red. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take one of the mountains and take it out, and I'm going to grab one of the swamps and place it here. If I snap, I've actually just changed the property of the packet, because you would think that you would be able to see 1 swamp and 3 mountains, but you're still just going to be able to see 4 mountains. I know, strange, right? Here, we'll do it again. I'm going to take 1 mountain out. I'm going to grab another swamp, stick it here, and if I snap, you're just going to see mountains, because that's all you'll see. 2, 3, 4. I know. Believe it or not, I can actually do this with 2 cards as well. And so we're gonna get these last 2. 1, 2. And you would expect to be able to see some swamps now, right? But no, that snap, you're just gonna be able to see 4 mountains. So a lot of people now ask, oh wait, well, where are the swamps? You would think that they're down here, right? Because that's where they should be. But actually, did you notice the sleight of hand? Did you see me use any sleight of hand? Because if you didn't, I don't know if you knew, these are all sleight of hand. These are actually all the blue card with text on it that's not a land that is actually called sleight of hand. and yeah, these are real Magic cards. So, Magic the Gathering cards. That, my friends, is a trick with Magic the Gathering cards. All right, who requested that? I think Frolic Chris, right? All right. Hawk says the tricks are engrossing. Let's see. Wolf X Villain, have you ever done a magic trick with an expensive rare type of card? I mean, I'm not really risking those. Frolic Chris says, wow, they work. Let's see here. Thank you kindly for the claps. Oh, the Rusty Panda. First of all, welcome in, the Rusty Panda. How's it going? Welcome in. And let's see. Thank you kindly for the claps. Zuljanim, Charlie's Beats, Pie Master 3. Oh, where did the cards really go? I mean, I'm not going to answer that on stream. I'm trying not to divulge the secrets of magic. Thank you kindly for the claps, Han, and the claps, Jazzy VTV. Oh, we have another dad joke redeem. Diamond Club 816, welcome in. How's it going? Sleight of hand used to cost $5. Oh yeah, it used to, and then it was reprinted out to wazoo. So now there's like 12 different versions of it, foil and not. Yeah. Why do I have a red dot mouse arrow? What is the trickery? Oh, so that red dot allows you to interact with my heat map. So that heat map is an extension that I use on Twitch. I'm just going to clear this for a second. But when I'm in this view and I spread the cards, people can click directly on my stream and it'll translate directly to a card on stream. So if you guys want to play with the heat map right now, feel free. And then that being said, let's see. Can we get a shout out for the Rusty Panda? So welcome in, the Rusty Panda. Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully you're having a good night. Let's see here. So yeah, hopefully that answers all the questions. I think I got all the questions. If I missed your question, feel free to ask it again. Yeah, the Rusty Panda does music and plays games and all sorts of other things, but is also a great community member in Magic Twitch, which is not very big. So there's only a handful of Twitch magicians, and the Rusty Panda is basically in all of the streams and strong supporter of Magic Twitch. So thanks for being here, the Rusty Panda. Hopefully you're doing well. Okay, let's see here. Okay, dad joke for Diamond Club. Thank you kindly for requesting the dad joke. Okay. All right, let me tell. I feel like there's some new people in chat, so I'm going to go ahead and tell my long running one. Okay, here we go. This is one of my favorites. What do you call a fish without any eyes? Fish. What do you call a bull terrier without any eyes? Bull terror. I know, horrifying. What do you call a giraffe without any eyes? A graph with a long y-axis. What do you call lions without any eyes? Blind lions? You thought I was going to say lawns, didn't you? What do you call a potato without any eyes? Fresh. What do you call a needle without any eyes? A pin. What do you call a drink without any eyes? A room temperature beverage. What do you call a fridge without any eyes? A fridge. Fridges don't have any eyes. There we go. Hopefully that was worthy of the dad joke redeem. Let's see. Let me catch up with chat. Also, let me come back up here. Hey, badumts! Thank you kindly, Han, for the badumts. Oh man. Okay. By the way, thank you everybody for being here. I'm having a great time tonight. Hopefully you guys are also having a great time tonight. I see the manual badumts. Diamond Club has left the channel. Well done. Not gonna lie, that was hilarious. Alright, okay. Alright, sorry for putting the 4-for-1 switch on hold Charlie's Beats. But we had a bunch of redeems, a bunch of people to say hi to, and everything, so. Let me get some helpers for our next trick. Alright, so we have 4 aces, and I'm just going to place those aside for the moment. And we're going to need another card selected, and it doesn't really matter what it is, but I'm just going to riffle through and just stop somewhere. You know what? It's fine. We'll use it again. It's the Andrew War signed 2 of diamonds. So let's go ahead and use that as our selection. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and place it right here. And what I'm going to do now is we're going to go ahead and turn these aces face down, like so. And what we're going to do is hopefully something kind of interesting. So as you can see, there's 4 aces here, and our selection 2 of diamonds there. But look, all I have to do is wave my hand. 1, 2, 3, and actually all 4 of those cards turn into 1 card. And actually, if I spread, that 1 card actually has turned into 4 cards. And if I show you, this is actually our 2 of diamonds. And these 4 cards are actually the 4 aces. I know! Interesting, right? And that, my friends, is the 4-for-1 switch. And I did the correct one this time because I have 2 tricks on the trick list that are like 4-for-1 switch or 1-for-4 switch. So didn't mix them up. I did the right one, I swear. And I guess plausible deniability. You guys don't know, right? Like, you guys don't know who did which 4-for-1 switch versus which 4-for-1 switch. All right, that was 4-for-1 switch. All right. All right. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Thank you kindly for the claps. Gibson Lens. Jazzy VTV. Whew. All right. I guess I can just shuffle while I'm here. Thank you kindly for the claps. Charlie's Beats. All right. Okay, I'm not sure exactly when I started. When did I start? I'm not great at typing right now. Okay, 5 minutes. My clear card plastic redeem. Oh, you clear card plastic redeem. Okay. Well, good thing I couldn't do that one with the clear card plastic redeem. Let's do that. Let's do a different trick. All right. So, for the yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That particular trick might not be as awesome. I think with the clear cards. So good thing I did that with regular cards. Okay, all right. So for anybody who is not aware, we have a clear deck of cards. It's not like fully clear, but like so the backs look like this, the fronts look like this, but you can see through like a huge chunk of the card. So that is what this redeem is. So I'm going to try and do a magic trick with these. I've done a bunch before, and let me see. We do have some segments, chunks of things. All right, let's see what we can do for Charlie. Let's hope this is one that doesn't require. Oh, I already did that one. Okay, that one requires special cards. Man, let's see how deep the rabbit hole for random goes. Twisting the aces. All right, I could do that one. All right, tell you what, we're gonna do a couple. We'll do ambitious card again with these and twisting the aces. I'm super comfortable with those, and I know they both can do it. And I can't do color Monty. We'll start with twisting, and then we'll do ambitious. Okay. Okay, so what we have here are 4 aces. They are clear cards. Now the thing is, if I was to turn these cards face up like this, that would be cheating because that's how regular people would do it. We want to do it magically. So if I hold the packet and give it a magical twist, believe it or not, that's actually going to turn up the ace of hearts. Now, if I hold the packet and give it a magical twist, you're actually going to see the ace of hearts turn itself face down and the ace of clubs turn itself face up. See? I know. Super weird, right? There's the ace of clubs. Now, if I hold the packet and give it another twist, that's actually going to turn up the ace of diamonds. Now, a lot of people will say that the ace of spades is egotistical, narcissistic, and doesn't play well with all the other aces. But you know what? If I go ahead and show you that all the cards are face down right now, and I give it a magical twist, you're actually not going to see it turn face up because it won't work with us. But if I can get a bunch of people in chat to go ahead and click directly on the screen, and for each click we get, that's infusing a bunch of magic into this packet. So let's put your heat maps right on there, and hopefully that's enough heat to turn over the ace of spades. All right, we got one. I think that's going to be enough. Because look, right there. Ace of spades has turned itself face up. All right. And so that's kind of a short trick, and it doesn't really use the whole deck. So we're going to now do the ambitious card routine again, but with clear cards. And hopefully that'll Satisfy. Ace's trick. Zing, 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 says Frolic Chris. Thank you kindly for the claps. Charlie's beats. Wow, what? Okay. Well, if that was a wow, what with some clear cards, let's do the ambitious card. So if anybody wants to pick a card, you can just name it in chat. It doesn't actually matter what it is. And we'll do the ambitious card trick now with clear cards. All right. I know that technically this heat map hasn't moved, but it's pointing directly at the 9 of spades. Pie Master, I already picked a card from my click on the heat map earlier. Okay, so 9 of spades it is. That'll be our selection. Okay, so now this 9 of spades maybe not as impressive because it's not signed, but it's clear, so I don't know. Maybe it'll be just as impressive. Who knows? So, all right, here we go. 9 of spades. If I go ahead and I take this and I place it into the middle of the deck, like this, we'll bring out our buddy the battery. Battery's really good at doing this trick, so here, go ahead and do the trick. I think 9 of spades should now be on the top, right? Here, we'll do it again. All right, battery, do your job. I'm gonna stick that in the middle. And before the battery taps, let's just show you not our card, but the battery's gonna tap and bring that 9 of spades back up to the top. I know, it's super weird. And you would expect that you could see it. Wow, that deck is disorienting me. Mind blown, Jazzy T. And the trick's not even over yet, Jazzy VTV, thank you. Alright, so look, we're going to leave it sticking out. 9 of spades is right there. We're going to stick it in here, take this whole packet, stick it into this packet. We'll push it in. Battery. And believe it or not, that battery is really good at doing this trick now. There's our 9 of spades. And so I can't do the bend card with this because that would be a little ludicrous. We can end it a little bit differently though. So if I take the 9 of spades and I place it in here, so it'll even know to jump to the top of a packet even when it's cut in half. So if I snap, oh, hold on, it doesn't jump up to the, because I forgot. The battery is the one that's doing the trick here. So let me go ahead and tap the battery here. And nope, okay, all right. Oh, hold on, but I just touched the battery over to this pile. So did it, oh, there we go. There's our 9 of spades. That's our 9 of spades, everybody. And if you were here, you can totally inspect the deck. There is only one of each of these. I mean, as you can imagine, it's kind of weird to have duplicates of a plastic plastic card from a deck. So anyway, hashtag not sponsored, but all right. And that, my friends, was ambitious card routine with clear cards. So let's see. Wow, that deck is disorienting me. Oh yeah, I just read that one. Oh, Diamond Club. Holy shit, man! And Jazzy VTV says, "Gee, sus." Yeah, very sus. Thank you kindly for the applause, Pie Master 314. Thank you kindly for the emotes and the reactions. Frolic Chris. Thank you kindly for the claps. Charlie's Beats and Gibson Lens. Thank you very much. Yeah, if you guys didn't know, I have redeems for using a different deck of cards. I guess these are the most interesting ones, the clear ones and the Magic the Gathering ones, because they're the most expensive, but there's like using a bigger deck of cards, a smaller deck of cards, which are like regular playing cards. There's a tarot deck one, so. Oh, yeah, G sus, that's right. That's also a chord. I'm not a musician, so I don't really know, but that means like sustained G major, right? I think. Please, there's so many musicians in chats. Please, somebody correct me if I'm wrong. All right. Whew. Okay. All right. I'm gonna think about closing stream down soon. So let's do last call. And yes, that sounded right. Okay. Awesome. Thank you kindly, Gibson. Let's. And oh, Zuljanim says sad. Oh, I'm sorry, Zuljanim. Yeah, well, Zuljanim, you haven't requested anything, so if you would like to request something, feel free. But otherwise, I have one or two tricks that I can usually end with, and we'll do those before we get one. Charlie's Beats. Red packet, black packet. You want me to do it with regular cards? I mean, I did it with the magic cards. Because I don't know if I'll be able to do that with the clear cards with an actual, like, it's not going to be as impressive, I think. Not as surprising, that's for sure. Um, actually, Zuljanim and I'm Uni. You guys, I'm Uni asked to make someone disappear earlier, right? And Zuljanim, this is the first. No, actually, no. You've been in the chat once before, but I don't know if you've seen one. Oh, it's me. Oh, okay. Oh, you're the. I see. I see. Okay, I get it. I get it. Okay, let me do a trick for you, Zuljanim and I'm Uni. If you're still here, let me. All right, Charlie, I'm going to defer this for a bit. Um, I'm doing a trick called four card trick, and actually, we're going to do something. What? Four card trick, and it got inverted card? No, no, that's totally wrong. All right, hang on. Okay, not going to do this one. Okay, four card. Did I spell it out? Oh, I spelled it out. That's why. Okay, we're going to do this one. Um, and then let me see here. Let's make sure this works. Okay, and then I'm going to need, let me see here. Sorry, trying to come up with a trick once again on the fly. Alright, here's that. Grab these. Do this. Alright. Okay. Alright. Okay. Let me go ahead and eat this heat map before we proceed. Delicious. Okay, here we go. Oh, also let me just move the trick list around. This is the four card trick. Okay. So, this is a trick called the four card trick. And as you can imagine, there are four cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. So they're not normal cards though. They are different. All of these cards actually are blank. So if I show you, they're all blank. And so what we're gonna do is let me go ahead and I'm Uni had asked for making her boss disappear, and her boss is Zuljanim. So I'm going to go ahead and write Zuljanim's name on this. So here we are. Zuljanim. Okay. Here we are. All right. So this is Zuljanim's name right there. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and turn it face down and stick it into the middle of the packet. Okay. Now, if I show you, you'll be able to see Zuljanim's name here, because if I just count through the cards, there it is. There's Zuljanim's name, right? Now, if I'm Uni was still here, we can have I'm Uni get ready. I'm going to go ahead and remove Zuljanim's name from the card, okay? So, if you believe me or not, the card, we're going to make Zuljanim's name disappear from the card. I can't make Zuljanim really disappear, but this is hopefully the next best thing. Watch. Is that weird? Strange, right? That's okay, Zuljanim. I know that you are a great piano streamer. I would like to keep you around, but look, we're going to have to restore you in a second. So look, all the cards are now facing the same direction. Okay, but now we're going to have to wrestle Amuni to get your name back. Ugh. Okay, would you believe I've placed your name back in the pile, Zuljanim? Because look, if I just count through it, you're gonna see Zuljanim has returned. Now, a lot of the times people will say that you can pick this card out because Zuljanim is name is on the front, and these are all blank on the front. But what you might not know is that you can also tell the cards from the back, because the backs of these are like this. And when you make a name disappear from the front of a card, it also makes the back change and disappear as well. And actually, the back of this, there's a surprise for you, because it actually says surprise. And if you were here, I can hand this out. You can actually take a look at it. It actually is exactly as you see. It says Zuljanim on the front and surprise on the back. And that, my friends, is the 4-card trick themed for Zuljanim and I'm Uni. Wow, now do the same with her, please. Sorry, I'm Uni. I can't do it with real people. But hopefully that was fun. Alright. Thank you kindly for the claps. Piemaster314, Charlie's Beats, Ryan B, Jazzy VTV, Gibson Lens. Thank you so much. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Alright. Zuljanim, thank you so much for the bits. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. Oh, and quick question. You guys heard coins, right? I heard coins on my end, but I just want to make sure. You guys heard coins when bits, right? Kind of new. I think I had it for a couple streams, but just making sure. Okay, all right. We'll do red packet, black packet, and then I will super last call. If nobody's put anything into the queue after that, I will put my finale trick in there, and then we'll rate out. Yes, I heard bit sound. Excellent. Great. Thanks, Gibson Lens. Okay, so I guess Charlie's Beats might be requesting this because comparison point. It's nice to see, or it's interesting to see how tricks are done with a with a clear deck of cards and not with a clear deck of cards. But it's an interesting comparison. All right. Okay. All right. And then, how are we going to do this? I think I want to do this. Yeah, we're going to do this. Okay. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Okay. Alright, red packet, black packet, once again. But with regular cards this time. Alright, for Charlie's Beats, thank you for the request. So, what we have here is some black spot cards. I'm going to go ahead and leave black spot cards here. Black spot card, black spot card, black spot card. And then what we have here are red face cards. You're not going to mix up black spot cards and red face cards, right? Because, they totally look different. Okay, so look, I'm going to go ahead and place one of these down here. And I'm going to scoop this one up. And watch. You would expect to see a black spot card, right? But they're actually all red face cards. We're going to do that again. And snap. You would expect to see some black spot cards again. But look, they're all red face cards, right? And now we'll do two at a time. Scoop these guys up. Place it on the top. Snap. And we have red face cards. So you're probably wondering what happened with all the black spot cards. You would think that they're here, but I'm going to let you know they're not here because they say something different. For example, this one says, "Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy. So here's my number, so call me maybe." And that, my friends, is red packet, black packet with a call me maybe ending. Kicker ending. All right. Wow, Crazy Asian, you are a singer. I mean, I'm not a singer, but I will let you know I love singing karaoke. So, there you go. Frolic Chris, anyways, I gotta go to sleep. Good night. Frolic Chris, thanks for stopping in. You have a glorious night as well. Take care, and we'll talk to you later. Um, yes, call me maybe. That's right. If you're not aware, call me maybe emotes. Oh, hold on. Do I not have them? All right. I thought I should. But anyway. Where's my... Am I not logged in on my OBS? That's so weird. All right. Okay, anyway, let's see. Wow, you were saying... Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I like to sing karaoke, so that's kind of like where I'm coming from. I'd like to think I was okay, but... Good night. All right, I guess another question. Should I have a singing redeem where I just sing random things? I've just sung random things like on stream occasionally. So, anyway, thank you kindly for the claps, Charlie's Beats, and the emotes, Han, Ryan, Zuljanim. Ooh, yes. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. All right, and let's see. I would like to perform for the finale. Let's go ahead and close the queue. And let's see. Alright, one of my favorite tricks, and it has oftentimes been used as a finale trick here because I like it that much. And let's see. Oh, thank you kindly for the sad emotes, seeing that it's, you guys are having so much fun. I'm having so much fun too. I do have work tomorrow, and then also I want to do something for my YouTube channel. But speaking of which, if you guys want to see more magic, I have all my VODs up, as long as they'll stay on Twitch. And then I put them up on my YouTube channel, so if you want to see old VODs before, after they've fallen off retention, here, you can check out my YouTube channel. I recently acquired my new YouTube name, Crazy Asian, to match Twitch, so that it makes sense. But I have one new trick coming up every week, and then I have my old VODs being released once a week until I catch up to real time, which at this point it may never. But anyway, feel free to check it out and watch those. And then, otherwise, so I've thought about wanting to stream more, but I don't really have a schedule for it. So I have like a regular 40-hour per week job. I have a baby, I guess toddler now because she's like almost 2 years old. But and then I'm still kind of doing YouTube, and then I'm doing Twitch. And so also, if I'm doing magic, like I'm gonna like mess up when I'm tired, and throughout the week I'm usually tired, so it's kind of hard. Okay, all right, let's see here. Okay, all right. And then let me see. I'm just going to get a page open to figure out who to raid. Now, hopefully everybody is okay with... I usually raid into music streamers because basically I'm in a lot of music streamer chats, so I like to raid a music streamer friend. Also, you might have noticed that my stream is silent. I don't have any background music. I actually made a conscious decision recently not to have music because I have so many Twitch music friends. You could listen to somebody else's stream and then just hear me talk without having conflicting background music. Because I was like, man, I could totally do this if this person didn't have. And I was like, I should have no background music. So here it is. That's the. That's what you get. All right, cool. So this is also a great time to thank everybody. So thank you everybody for coming on to hang out with me on my Sunday night. Might be your Monday or another day or a different time zone. But thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much to everybody who participated, anybody who interacted with the stream, if you requested a trick, if you chatted, if you gave me a card, if you clicked on the heat map, all those things. I greatly appreciate that. And then also, thank you for all the lurkers, because as I always say, if I'm just fiddling with cards here, I'm not really doing any magic. I'm just fiddling with cards. The magic happens in your mind, so thank you so much. Also, thank you so much to my mod, Gibson Lens. If you're not following Gibson Lens, please give Gibson Lens a follow. Gibson Lens plays piano, has composed a bunch of his own originals, which are all available on the song list, and you can request those. But otherwise, he plays pop music, esoteric music, VGM. So feel free to give Gibson Lens a follow. Also, if you know anybody who's a fan of Cocteau Twins, send them over. We're trying to find more Cocteau Twins fans. All right. And then with that, let's go ahead and do our finale trick, and then we'll find somebody to raid. Okay. All right. So, here we are. I have a bunch of aces in this hand and a deck of cards. The thing is, I want you to know that this is a blue-backed deck of cards, but these are not aces from this deck because they're red-backed. So I'm telling you that right up front. So we have the ace of hearts, ace of clubs, ace of diamonds, and the ace of spades. Now, with these four aces, what I want to do is, if you have not seen another ace assembly, we're going to try and separate. We're going to first separate all the aces, and then we're going to try and combine them together, but in a magical way. So here, let me just go ahead and place a few out here like this, and the ace of spades will sit out front. So we're going to try and collect all these aces there. Now what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to put 3 cards onto each one of these. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. And you'll be able to tell that the aces are still in their respective piles because you could still see the red card there. Okay, but what we're going to do is we're going to magically remove that ace from here and drop it with the ace of spades. Because now if I show you, these are all blue backed cards. Look. 2, 3, 4. And actually none of these are aces. And before we just had 1 red backed ace and 3 blue backed cards. If I show you now, we're going to see another red backed card. See? Red, red, and blue, blue. So there's 2 and 2. I know. Interesting. Okay. This pile here, we've got that ace right there, clearly. But look, actually, I'm not going to snap yet because you still see it now. It's not until I snap that it disappears, because look, they're all blue and none of these are aces. And now if we investigate this pile, that means there should be another red backed card here. And we have a blue, a red, and a red. I know. That's so amazing, right? Okay, and some people believe that, maybe it was some sort of trickery, but look, we'll do this last one. So you see that that's the ace of diamonds, right? So if I place the ace of diamonds here amongst the other three cards, and I show you, you'll see that that's the ace of diamonds right there, right? Okay, but look, all it takes, I'm going to go ahead and snap. And actually that card is gone, because if I show you, we have blue, 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 4 blue backed cards now, right? And none of them have aces on their faces. I know. And now if I show you in this pile, I believe they should all be red backed cards, which means they are indeed the ace of diamonds, ace of spades, ace of clubs, and ace of hearts. And that, my friends, is our finale trick, Picasso Aces. Thank you for joining me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Whoa, okay. Thank you so much for the emotes, Han, Jazzy VTV, and the eyes, Han and Charlie. And thank you kindly for the applause, Han, and the mind-blown Jazzy VTV. And the glorious, thanks, Charlie. And thank you for the claps. I'm Uni, and Han, amazing. And Ryan B, thank you kindly for the claps. Zuljanim, thank you for the applause. I greatly appreciate it. And yeah, so hopefully you were entertained, and you now have wonder in your minds. And yeah, don't lose any sleep. I don't do any black magic. I haven't signed any deals with the devil. I don't do any sorcery. It is all sleight of hand card magic, and hopefully a good presentation. So like when I perform the trick, it's kind of like performing a piece. Even if people who know how the trick is done, if you appreciate how I presented it, it could be great, right? It's like playing a piece of music very well. But for those of you who don't know how it's done, hopefully it's extra magical for you. So, all right. And with that, let's see who we want to raid. Let's see. Who's on? What is going on here? Let's see. You know what? Let me see. Hold on. Have I ever rated Jack Daniel? Fine. I don't think I have. I should probably raid over there. Alright. Okay. So, let me see. I think I want to raid... Actually, let me see how long he's been going. So my computer is slow right now for some reason. I don't know why. Like opening pages and stuff. But Jack Daniel, also a piano player, does some improvisations on his stream. Also, in his description, like plays piano in his bathrobe, and I would say statistically more often than not, he's in his bathrobe. He's in his bathrobe tonight. All right. So, let me see. Is he still going? How much time has he been on? 3.5 hours. Okay. All right, let's raid over there before he leaves. But anyway, thank you so much for everybody who has shown up. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully we'll see you another time. If not, I'll probably see you in like other streams. You know I'm poking around. Please feel free to copy a raid call. I've got a raid and a sub raid. I think I have to update. I want to update something. So, but anyway. Alright, so everybody have a glorious time zone or night. Take care. Thank you so much for all the support today, and you guys really made my night. I was just having kind of a regular weekend. I did a lot of chores this weekend, and so I'm like, okay. And I started streaming. I'm like, I feel great. And I honestly, I missed it last week because I went to that magic convention. So I was like, so let me stream today. And like, feels good. I'm surprised I did not get any boss tricks. I tried so many new tricks today, so there was like 3 or 4 new tricks that I'd never done on stream before, and some of which I just learned this week. So it's like, oh, okay. So sometimes a little nervous, but I should probably also copy my own raid call. I've sometimes missed my own raid call. But anyway, all right, everybody, take care. Thank you for being here. I love you all, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
The little strands that you can't see on camera